This is part 2 of how to create a story walk with a full class. Just to whiz back through, you've got 5 groups, perhaps 6 groups of 5 kids, 4 or 5 kids, all around their own little maps. Each one has a name. This one's group's called Oak, the next one's probably called Beech, the next one's called Pine. They've written that on the map. Now they're now sat around the tables. They've got their iPads, one per group, but it's faced down on the table. They've all created this one zone, and this one zone is actually over the top of their learning classroom, outdoor learning classroom. That could be one specific feature, but this is where you want their story to start, and you want all the stories to start in the same place because it makes it a lot easier. Where they go after that can be very random, but then also will end it at that one place as well. But we'll get to that in a moment. So you've asked them all to place their iPads face down and also then pick up the maps, and so all of them can place their finger on the map. And the next thing I do is then I've spent a few minutes with them. Before I saw the kids, I went round the school and took some photographs, and it was a pretty damp day, and so this is the outdoor learning centre, and I either show them immediately, or maybe either on the interactive whiteboard or even just on the iPad, show a picture that I just took, hold it up to the class, and usually that's big enough for 25 kids to see, or you just walk around with it. And I ask them, say, right, put your finger on this, and they'll look at that and they'll suddenly all start putting their fingers on the maps, and so you'll be surprised who gets it right and who gets it wrong. But you're only looking at this one picture, and then I'll say, right, who can put their finger on this part of the map? And again, and then this part of the map. And I always find it very funny that quite a lot of them have great difficulty finding where the fire assembly point is. You can also take pictures of quite close-up things. Children really understand place and detail. They like little features. They see little things. For this group, there's a Year 6 play equipment, and which is sort of hidden down the side. There's also a garden, and there's a stage further on as well. So I just kind of jump through these quite quickly, get them to put their fingers on the map, making sure that they're putting their fingers where they should be. Getting 5 kids with the fingers in the right places. Move fast, make it fun, make it exciting, and it kind of works really well. So now you know that they know where those features are on this map. And so the next job is to get them to put their own names on the map. And I give them a very specific task. You cannot choose the learning center, which is this place here, which is the beginning of the story, and you none in the table can choose the same place as anybody else, which means that we create a story of different places, and somebody will have this bit here. This is the climbing wall here. This is the outdoor stage. This is where the Year 6 equipment was. So you'll find that you'll get Leah goes here, Lucy goes here, Joseph goes there, Billy goes over here, and Susan perhaps goes here. They write that on the map on a piece of paper. Write their names on the map, and then you number it. You put number 1 where the outdoor learning centre is, and then you go around the table, and it's really simple. So number 2 is the next one around. Number 3. Number 4, number 5, number 6. That's written on the page, on the map. That's really simple. At that point, then you get them to flip out the iPad, and the first person who is number 2, because obviously number 1 is the outdoor learning centre, the number 2, they open this, they add new point, and they will drag the map point here, and I know that the name here was Billy, and he wanted to be at the climbing wall, and we click save. Then he hands it on to the next person, and the next person, who's number 3, and that was Emily, and she wanted to be at the out stage, and then add a new point, and the next one, so she hands it on to her next partner, and the next one was Sam, and the next one was by the bicycles, that was over here, and that was Tilly, And then the final bone, because this group was only for 1, 2, 3, 4, the final zone is the end. If there was more, that's pretty simple. But the final one I'm going to drop right on top, and I'm just going to call it end. Click save, and it's as simple as that. So what we've done here is create a simple walk which is sequential, so that it will reveal text from 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 to 5. Now, and then back here to number 6. Number 6 is hidden there, so that will end. Now at the moment there is actually no text in this story. There's no story actually written. There's no beginning, there's no text or images in it at all. These are just like pins in the ground, little pegs in the ground, little loops that we will attach text and image to. So they call them pins. We pin these to the ground, and click save, and then you come back to make sure you go around each table and make sure everybody looks the same. You find that if you have multiple children trying to touch the same iPad, you'll have zones as wide as Europe, and people with putting pins in around the world. And you'll often have to tidy that up a little bit. I've made it look really simple. It's easy to do on the interactive whiteboard, easy to do with a mouse. It's a little bit fiddlier on iPads because your fingers become tools, and I often talk about your fingers as if they are tools. But let's save it at that, and then we'll do that part 3.